doing it wrong, please stop me. Stop me. Stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gone! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Lawletta, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Leopard!
3rd and 2. Lauletta. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. A gain of 11 and a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Coming off play action, Lauletta. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Aldrich Rosas now to try the Giants field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Slow. Ready. 3-19.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
New York set to take the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Watch it now, Barney. Leopard.
Here's a give to Barkley. Directly over it, and he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Here's Lawletta. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Slow. Hey. You got three. Three down.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Slow.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep it with Barkley on first down, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Lawletta. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes our score 17-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, Taylor. Hey, right on cue. They set up the screen and complete it. And he's brought. That one goes for 24 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now, Charles, you said just a bit ago their aggression might get to them, set up the screen. It could work, and it did.
It certainly did, and you have to give the offense coordinator a ton of credit for being able to see it, anticipate it, and get right to the call.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Second and 10 now. It's Taylor. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Taylor, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
New York set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lauletta now to throw it. Over the middle to Beckham. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
Watching that, Barney. Gone.
From the red zone now, Lauletta. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Coming up now on a second and 15 following that sack. Now here's Lauletta. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A second quarter score from down in Houston. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go play action now. Taylor. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now Taylor. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Slow.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Alec Ogletree. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Now Taylor. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A handoff to Barkley, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
It's Law let off, play action. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball. Here's Riley Dixon now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 30. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. And they'll turn a power game to try to get in. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They come out here in the eye. They give it to him running left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Here's Taylor. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Look at 56.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. To Barkley on the the check down. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Now Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Diggs with a good footwork. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. A good pickup there, a 22. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now Taylor to throw on second down. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Taylor now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Give him 30 yards there.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team, there's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys.